everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Wilson Seahawks going up against Keenum's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20 with the Seattle Seahawks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Set! Green, 39! Watch it, Leopard! Leopard! Here we go now! Leopard!
Now a give, left side. This is Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Double tight, guys, double tight. No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Here we go. 3-19!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try the right side with Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go now!
They'll run here. It's Murray. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Wide open receiver complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson, 82 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, and a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
Latavius Murray, the 30, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, 72 yards. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. And he knocks it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
His throw incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 19 yards that time for number 19. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. They go play action here on first down. He's going to take a shot. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
Here's Murray running right. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Keenum now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Now let's go. Green. Over.
Working from the gun, Keenum. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They will go for it. It's Keenum. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it left side with Murray. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Keenum throwing on second. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Michael Bannon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And now out comes Minnesota. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. A toss to Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
Here's Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's second down. Well, that incompletion there gives us a chance to inform the Madden community that we are taking a little bit of a break for the holidays.
A brief hiatus.
A brief hiatus. And the next live content update, next commentary update will be coming January 10th.
Well, that just means if we're coming back for January 10th, we're talking playoffs.
We are. We will be talking playoffs.
We'll be talking playoffs. We'll be talking the meat of the action, the best part of the season, the gift that keeps on giving. All right, so the post-Christmas blues will be over because we'll be talking about the playoffs.
So 1:56 to play in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. 10th carry of the game now. Murray. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. No gain on the play there. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
All right, now look at 56.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Forbath to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On second down, Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing now, Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On second down, here's Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go.
A handoff. It's Murray. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Watch
But last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
Second down, 8. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Keenum to throw on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a give. This is Murray. Open space inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
From the gun, it's Keenum. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit you.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. 4th and goal, Charles. All the time you see those offense, especially the quarterback, the running back, looking over the sideline saying, don't send the kicker out. There they did it, and it paid off.
It's really nice to see what they wanted actually done. And how about the coaches getting their faith rewarded by a touchdown?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So that pass goes awry, but to make a quick pivot, before the game, you and I were going through the list of 1,000-yard receivers this year. Some familiar names, yes, but a couple that are back on the list and then a fresh face.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Now, you mentioned guys that we're used to. Antonio Brown, well over 1,000 yards again. No surprise there. Gronk, he gets it done. You know, let's face it, he's one of the toughest matchups in the league. But Michael Thomas with the New Orleans Saints.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's John Ryan now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Sherrills to return it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here we go now. Blue, back 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. The left side caught by Diggs. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now let's go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Wilson on second down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a play fake here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this. Fresh set of downs here.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set.
Keenum now on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Hey, we talked about Adam Thielen a little bit last year, didn't we? Possession receiver, makes some tough catches, gets it done, and he's a homeboy. Grew up very close to the Twin Cities.
And showing those possession receiver skills right there to pick up the first. Keenum now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Clean. Gone.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Keenum again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Now let's go. Green.
Keenum to throw again. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now it's the backup Bradford. His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Now Keenum. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
and a loose football, and the Vikings pick up the football.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum. He's going to loft one deep, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 35 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. And his kick is right through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Linval Joseph in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Wilson, throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it's good enough for a Seattle first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game, really at the point of attack. The offensive line.
And now here is another interception. Terrence Newman with a pick, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Keenum's going to throw it here. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, it's Keenum. This will be caught inside the 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, here's Keenum. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
He finds his man, Baldwin. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Wilson running left on the option. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. One last shot for Wilson, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on the